everyone, I'm Melissa Cowan. We're with Everything Horse and Livestock Magazine. We're at the Equifest in Kansas, and with me is the gentleman that formulated Total Feeds and the Total People. And this is Harry Anderson and his wife, Margaret. Harry, let's talk about what you're doing here.
I'd love to. That's all I like to talk about.
Okay, let's go. Talk about the feed first, and then we'll go into the people.
Okay, well, it's very simple. We, many years ago, actually 22 years ago was when I first formulated this formula. I was a feedlot consultant, and I used to, I was going up and down the road, working with feedlots, and one day a veterinarian asked me if I could formulate one feed, that would feed every horse that walks the face of the earth. With my egotistical knowledge at that time, I said yes. So, because at that time, the average feed company would have anywhere from 10 to 25 formulas for the horse industry. So I said, oh yeah, I can do that. So I had to go home and figure out a way to do it. But I sat down one day and I wrote on a piece of paper all of the things that a horse is required. Right down the line, and everything I'd seen, learned, experienced, That formula was written on a piece of paper on the year 2000, handwritten, and it's still the same formula today in 2022.
That is amazing. Oh my gosh! And the horses look wonderful. They do. It does wonders for them.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have good hair.
Yes.
Good feet.
Everything.
Good mind.
And a farrier told me about your food.
Farriers love it because it makes them look like heroes.
I know. He told me about it one day. He goes, you should try it. And so I looked up Better Equine and found the grain, and it's done wonders for my horses.
Yeah.
It's absolutely amazing. And you've not changed the formula.
No, well, I've added a few little things to make it better, but I really have made no big changes to it, like I don't have to. If commodity prices change, I don't change the formula. I'd never change the formula because of price, only because of some commodity availability.
Right.
That has forced me to make little things, but other than that, it's the same formula.
And he has done this for the other animals too. I also feed the dog food. You did the same thing for dogs.
Total Canine is another really good formula, and I did that because people ask me, especially barrel racers and ropers, that carry dogs with them all the time. They were feeding horse feed, and they say, "Well, can't you make something for my dog?"
Okay.
Yes, I can. And then I've had people, bull people, I've had buck and bull people come to me, and they said, "Well, you've done so good with horses. You've really done a good job. But why can't you do that with my bulls?" I said, "Okay, that's next." And each one, then I formulated, and each one works like the first one.
That's amazing. It's amazing.
Then I had people say, "Well, you've done such a good thing for my horses. Why can't you do it for me?"
Okay, yeah. Now we're heading into the people.
Total People Plus.
Yes.
Total People Plus is horse feed in a bottle.
Horse feed in a bottle. That's great.
It's very simple. Okay, what else do you want to know about? No, just kidding. So what I did is, I'm the same as a horse inside. My cells are exactly like a horse or a skunk or a dog. I don't care.
Yeah.
And so I said, what I've got in here that I'm feeding the cells with on a horse, all I have to do is take the little bit of hay and a little bit of grain and that stuff out of it, take all of the minerals, vitamins, and seaweed is a critical thing, and just put it in a capsule for people, and that's what it is. It's the horse feed in the bottle, isn't it?
Yes. And
yeah.
When people take the Total, what does it help them? Have you had feedback on how does it help them?
Well, let's see. In horses, the horse feed does better hooves and better hair coat.
Okay.
Better fingernails, better hair. Women all the time tell me about how it grows thicker and longer hair faster. It really will thicken up women's hair, especially those that are beyond
Yeah, be careful.
Yeah. but it does. And fingernails, like I work with Penny Gilly on RFD, and she tells people all the stories all the time about when we first met. That's 10 years ago. Yeah, probably 10 years ago. We were at a trade show, had a booth right beside her, and we swapped some of her CDs for some Total People. She didn't know anything about it. It wasn't long, and she called me and she said, "Can I work with this stuff?" She said, "My hair has changed so much, and it's getting thicker all the time."
That's fantastic.
Yeah, and she said, "I have to go have my nails done way more often than I used to." You have to shoe horses more often, don't you?
Yes, it's true. You have to.
Yeah, because they just grow hoofs
Yeah.
like crazy.
Your products are fantastic. I would have never believed it if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. And I have horses that are older because I work with a nonprofit. I'm a nonprofit, and I use a lot of the older horses to work with people. And no one can tell that my horses are at 20, 29. You know, they look fantastic. So I do thank you for that so much.
We are the best geriatric feed on the market. We have lots of horses now in their late 30s, horses with or without teeth,
I know.
and they're beautiful. So
they are. You
it's
cannot tell.
the flexibility is that you can feed 4 pounds a day and good quality hay,
Yes.
or you can feed 8 pounds a day and forget
Get
the
the
hay.
hay. I
Yeah.
know. I saw a 32-year-old horse that looked just like my 19-year-old. I mean, it was crazy. Crazy.
Well, like Pam Minnick from the Gentle Giants, she tells people that when she has some older horses, and when people will say, "What do you feed?" and she said, "Well, I just have to go feed them a Total Equine Slurpee."
Oh, that's great.
You can make it so watery that it just go.
Well, that's what I'll do if I run into that. I haven't had that happen yet.
Now, the oldest horse that I've had on it that died at 50 years and 6 months.
Wow.
It was an Arab,
Wow.
and
that's
it was documented.
amazing.
They had documentation on the age of that horse. But
Dang.
I've had horses in their 40s, and on 8 pounds of no hay, tramped and running around like young horses and
I'm
carrying
telling
on,
you, it
chasing
does
dogs.
I've seen it with my own eyes. I would have never believed it in a million years.
Yeah.
Not a million years. And I've sent so many people to you for your grain because
Well, I appreciate that.
I get so many people looking at these horses, and I'm just saying, go to Total Feed and you will never go back. So I appreciate you so much. So how would the people that might be interested in your grain or your Total People, how would they get hold of you?
More than one way. TotalFeeds.com is the you can get anything on there, or you can call 620-272-1065. Rings right here on my hip. There's one phone in the company, and I get to answer it.
Okay. And did you have dealers all over, right?
We have over 1,300 dealers in over 40 states.
Okay, because I've sent them around.
Okay. Bring them on.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us, both of you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate you so much, and
Thank
thank
you.
you for helping our animals and us.
Right, great.